Well, injuries is the reason we called them. I mean, we were, with Gibbon going down, we were low on Canadians, and Landon was with us 2 years ago, and we know what kind of player he was back then, and obviously he played last year too, and he has familiarity with our system. That was huge, and just the type of person he was. He fit into our locker room, fit in with our guys. When the names were floating around of who to bring in, he's on top of the list, and everybody was excited to bring him back. So that tells you all you need to know about the why, and very grateful and thankful to have him, and he's in shape. So obviously renovating keeps you in shape. Yeah.
Jason, P.O. Lestat should be able to play. He missed the Grey Cup 2 years ago. How do you see just the situation that he's in right now, that this time he should be able to do?
Yeah, I mean, he looks much different than he looked last week this time. So, obviously that's why we're all optimistic that he's going to play, and he just got to finish the week. But I know it weighs on him heavily that he wasn't available for us in 23, and he was still a big part of that year, even though the last game he wasn't in. So I know, motivationally speaking, he's wanting to play this week. I thought it was the right decision to hold him out last week. And we told him that, we got to earn this next one for you to get another opportunity. And we did just that. So now it's just about finishing this week and then giving him that opportunity.
Yeah. Just wanted to know how much did Austin Mack practice today?
He didn't practice, not on the field with the team, just on the sideline doing his strengthening work that he needs to do, which is normal for our guys that are kind of in the situation that he's in. We're pretty good about holding those guys out and giving them a plan more than anything that they got to execute in order to play. And we feel very strongly about the work he did today, and then we're just going to see tomorrow how he progresses, and then it'll be ultimately most likely a game time decision whether he's able to suit up for us or not. Guys that are veterans, guys that have played throughout the year, even though they haven't practiced with us, as long as they're ready to go game day, we've given them, those kind of guys, the opportunity, so he'll be no different.
Can you, for Jose Maltos Diaz, when there's a potential to send him out there for a kick, do you look over at him and can you judge whether he's ready? Or
He's always ready. I mean, he has that saying, and we use it quite often, stay hard. He's always ready to go, and that's the bottom line. All I do is we look at the distances during warm-ups to see how he's calibrating, what distances he has that day, and I watch him all the time in practice kick. And then between B and I, we determine, what are those distances, what are they looking like? If we need to push it at the end of a game, can we? But the moment we reach offensively those distances, we don't even hesitate. We're going, and I think everybody on our team knows that, and Jose knows that. So the moment the offense reaches that, it's full go with Maltos in the field goal unit.
Jason, Travis Tice has been a really unique weapon for you guys this year, but he was used to being a feature back in college. He had to transition into this role. He told me that he didn't always handle it well. He wished he could have handled it better. What was your view of that transition? That's
interesting to hear, because I've never seen Travis not smile about anything. So the fact that he'd ever be unhappy about anything surprises me. He's handled being with us extremely well, because he has been up and he's been down. He's been a team guy from the moment he got in our building. He got in very late into our training camp, but he impressed the hell out of us from day one. And so I think everyone's excited when he's on our roster and he gets opportunities, because the kind of player he is, and really the type of guy he is. He's all in and gives great effort, and he is a guy that can do multiple things. I mean, he's done returning for us, punt returning, kick returning. He catches the ball well out of the backfield, he runs the ball well, and he's got an exciting style. I mean, people bounce off him, and he's one of the leaders in breaking tackles in this league, with limited opportunities. So, obviously excited that he'll be on the roster and make an impact.
He also told me that his role this Sunday is a secret. Can we expect something special?
I don't know if it's a secret. I don't know what truly he means by that. I know we have a plan, but obviously, whatever plays come his way, I know he'll do the best with them.
Hey Jason, we were talking with AC earlier, and he was explaining to us how in 2002 he got injured in the East Final, and then he had a week of treatment and played the 2002 Grey Cup. You know, there's no rules of three here, but how good is it to have somebody of this caliber being able to, you know, tell a guy like Davis Alexander, you know, I've already had that, here's what's coming, and this is how you...
Well, there's not much in our quarterback room with AC in it that the quarterbacks can ask him a question and he cannot relate to them or tell them a story about when this happened to him. I mean, when you play as long as AC played, he's gone through everything. And so it was great for me to hear that story, to be quite honest with you, and it gave me a lot of hope. You know, that, you know, a guy that was playing at that high of a level, don't practice, and the most important week 2 practice, don't do it at all and still go out and perform at a high level, and had confidence that he'd go out and perform at a high level. So I think, you know, that was obviously good for Davis to hear, you know, because, you know, preparation's big for quarterbacks, and mentally it's a very mental position. So when anytime you can be set at ease a little bit with that and lean on someone with experience, I think it always helps.
Jason, how did the Shea Patterson signing come about, and what has he meant for your team?
Yeah, same way. I mean, just through injury, we were looking for a third guy when Caleb went down that could do short yardage for us. First and foremost, that was important to us to get a guy, and obviously, you know, there was a couple guys in mind out there that had some experience in our league between Shea and Cam Dukes, and you know, when we ended up signing both of them due to injuries, you know, which one. You know, we had Dave Brown go back and look at some short yardage stuff of both of them, and you know, Shea has a special. He's very special in short yardage situations. So you know, once we started doing them and are practicing them, we noticed right away that he has a niche for him, just like Caleb had. So it was pretty easy to go out there and evaluate him in our practice and be comfortable with him doing it. And then he's just done a tremendous job acclimating to our offense and understanding it and getting ready every week. And, you know, obviously he's played in this league, and, you know, he's played a high level college football. So, you know, anytime you can have guys that have started games and played in this league be on your roster at any point during the season, let alone when we kind of needed veteran quarterbacks or needed some quarterbacks, because we went into one game where we had I think when James started a game, you know, he hadn't taken very many reps with our first team, and Cam and Shea both hadn't taken any reps with our team. So we went into one game with our 5th and our 6th options going into the year, you know, being our 2nd and 3rd string quarterbacks. So, you know, we were at a dire situation for quarterbacks at that moment. And then all of a sudden Bethel got a little bit healthier, and then finally Davis came back, and I thought James steadied the course as best he could and learned a lot through his experience. But Shea was right on time for us, to be quite honest with you, and he's done a tremendous job.
Do you think there's extra juice for Shea, considering he's playing the Riders, who decided not to offer?
Honestly, we haven't discussed that, and Shea's pretty soft-spoken about things, so I don't know. I think everybody uses motivation in different ways, and I don't think that's ever a bad thing, you know. So anything that can motivate you to be better or be at your best, shoot, I'm all for it. So, but to be quite honest with you, we haven't had that conversation. I think he's so locked into his job and what he means to us and what we mean to him, and winning a championship in and of itself in this locker room is going to be great for all of the guys, and he's a big part of it now, and I think he's very happy where his feet have landed being in Montreal.
Last question.
Tyson Philpott told me that it was the best practice that he has seen from Davis Alexander this year. Obviously, none of us could be there, but what can you say about how his week is going?
It's been going great, to be quite honest with you. I mean, for what everyone expected, you know, it was a lot of unexpected things. We weren't sure what to expect, I guess. And to go out there and watch the last 2 practices, watch him throw it, watch him move, I don't know that you'd be able to tell anything's wrong with him. So he did have a great practice today. He was executing on all cylinders. You know, I thought he did a tremendous job leading it. So excited that you know, coming right on time, having your best practice is a good thing.
Did Mustafa Johnson practice today, and what do you expect him to?
Yeah, he practiced today. So again, he'll be another one of those guys that we'll evaluate on film later tonight, and then watch him practice tomorrow, and then make a decision. You know, because that's kind of what we do with the guys this time of year that haven't been playing. And with what he's dealing with, we got to make sure he's able to not only start, but give us quality reps while he's in there and be able to protect himself and all that.
Davis, how does the hamstring feel?
Feels great.
What have you been getting done to it to make it feel great? Detail it.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing I think I talked about yesterday. Usually a massage, ton of ice, obviously, ultrasound, laser, stem. I hate stem, but stem. We're seeing pretty good results with it, I guess. And then like doing some strength and activation stuff as far as workout wise.
Hi Davis. Tyson told me that today was the best practice he's seen from you all season long. What can you tell us about how the week is going for you?
Yeah, if I'm being as honest as possible, it's gone better than I expected. I think the benefit is that I have been dealing with this all year. You know, I think cat's out the bag, so there's nothing really to hide. So I think, yeah, definitely it's gone better than we expected, and just got to keep trending in the right direction and give ourselves the best opportunity to go win this thing.
What can you say about your receivers, going into this week after their performance last week?
Yeah, they're unbelievable. They're my best friends. They're selfless. They care about each other more than anything. They care about each other more than their own stats, and it's a sign, one, of a great receiving room, but also just a sign of a football team that cares and loves each other and respects the game, honestly.
Are you able to put a percentage on what you would say your hamstring is at right now?
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't really know a percentage because we're kind of going like day 1, day 2, day 3 checklist leading up to the game. So far, I've been able to check everything off the boxes that we wanted to, and tomorrow's just another step towards that.
You mentioned STEM in your rehab process and that you don't like it. Can you tell us what that entails?
Yeah, STEM is like, I think, feels like electricity in your body. Just like pulses a lot. I've never liked that feeling. In high school, they used to make me stem my arm, and I stopped doing it my senior year. I hated it so much. So I think it's just it's a weird feeling for me. But like I said, they're saying that we're getting good results from it. So if I can toughen up a little bit, just stick with it.
Davis, what's the part you hate, that it feels like you're not in control of your body anymore?
Maybe. I think it's just the pulsing of it. Like, I don't want it to be moving all the time, right? Can I just relax a little bit?
And sorry, you said since the beginning of the year. Is that since we know the injury happened, or was this something that preceded that? Like week 1 it was there?
Yeah, I hurt this thing in April.
Davis, Jason was talking about how AC has been helping you throughout the week because he went through a similar scenario when he was playing. What can you tell us, what can you share with us that AC has been telling you, all through the week? How much has that been helpful?
Yeah, AC is great. I did hear about, I think he said he tore his deltoid. I think he tore his quad in 2002 in the East Final maybe. But the thing about AC is he also understands that everybody's different and everybody handles things different. So he is giving advice, but the number one thing he's saying is this is what I did. This worked for me. It may be totally different for you, but so he's just there as just like a leaning point, right? But I think he just trusts me and trust our medical team, and you could ask him anything and he'll give you his version, but he's not going to promise you it's going to work because everyone's different.
How did you hurt your hamstring in April?
Training. I think we were doing half circle runs, so at the top of the 18 box, the soccer, where there's the circle, just running around that curve sprints.
So have you been able to deadlift 500 pounds since then, or no?
Yes, sir.
Last question.
You're quite an intense guy, you seems to be. How do you stay in control in a big game like this one? Because it's been a while since you've been in a championship game.
Yeah, it has been a while. You know, I feel like these two playoff games, and you know, in my mind, have been championship games because it's win or go home, right? So I think it's the same approach. I think I was pretty chill last week, honestly. I felt in control. I felt maybe at times in the Winnipeg game, maybe I did get a little out of control. I think I've admitted that. You know, it was my first playoff game as a start. There's maybe a couple things I'd like to have back. You know, the coaches are telling me not to take anything back, but yeah, you just got to make sure you stay in control and make sure. You know, I think I am a little bit of a spark plug for our team, and you know, I know my guys and our team, they don't want me to change the way I act. But as long as it's being beneficial to the team, you know, as long as my mind's still in the right spot, as long as I'm not letting the moment get in my head or anything like that, which I don't think I am, but I'm going to definitely be cognizant of it because I know how intense this game is going to be on Sunday.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
He's all right. Doing good. Yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Do you remember when was the last time you played a championship game?
Maybe high school. High school for me.
How did it went?
2015 I lost and I came back next year. 2016 we won, but I haven't played for a state championship in high school, so I'll say high school is my last time.
Just overall, how do you feel?
I mean, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling blessed to be here. I got a great mindset right now. The team's flowing right now. The chemistry is picking up even more. It's a great feeling, man. It's a great vibe just to be here, and I'm so excited for Sunday.
Stevie, you're from?
Oh, there you go.
You're from the Syracuse area?
Yes, sir. Syracuse, New York.
You played in Indiana?
Yes, sir.
What's your relationship with the cold and running with the ball in the cold?
Man, I love the cold. Those are my type of games right there. To me, when I see it's a cold game, I feel like it's going to be a good day to run the ball. You know, a lot of times defense don't like to tackle in the cold, and with my type of run style, I like to be the aggressor. Like I would say, be the hammer and not the nail. So, man, when it comes to the cold, I've been playing it all my life, from, like you said, New York to Indiana. But, you know, it might be cold at first for a little bit for me, but eventually, once that adrenaline kick in and I start getting a feel for the game, I'm all warm at that point. I'm fired up.
Stevie over here.
Yes, sir.
I want to take you back to the East semifinal when you scored that touchdown in the second half, and it basically was a rugby ball that pushed you into the end zone. Just take us through, obviously, as you just said, you like to attack and be the hammer, not the nail. But what did it mean to you in that moment when you felt your offensive lineman, 1, 2, 3, just ganging and getting you to the end zone? Man,
it was such a great feeling. It was surreal because at the time before they started pushing me, I was looking at them hoping, you know, just waiting, like, are they gonna come push me? And they came to do it, and that just really showed like our team chemistry as a team. You know, not a lot of teams do that, and for them to do that and showcase that to the world, it shows that how much our bonding as a team and our brotherhood, that, you know, they care just as much as me to get me in the end zone. And at the end of the day, without the O-line doing their jobs, none of that would be possible. So, you know, I'll always shout out the O-line because those guys up front is the heartbeat to this offense.
And a follow-up to that, how does that illustrate the way this team has embraced you this season? And take us behind the scenes about, in a way that you have felt accepted by the team.
To be honest, it really starts from our locker room. Our locker room presence is just all fun and vibes, you know, from me playing the music to the guys just dancing in the locker room. You know, it's like a family affair. You know, we always in there having a great time, just building our team chemistry. Because at the end of the day, our team chemistry is what transfers to the field. You know, if we all know each other and all be around each other as much as we do, it just makes the game much easier. And so for me, for instance, when I came in last year, the guys welcomed me in with open arms. You know, I got comfortable each day during training camp and just getting back in our groove, just being myself, and the guys welcomed me with open arms. And since then, we just been building a bond that's very hard to break, to be honest, because like I said, we're with each other every day. We talk, we communicate, you know, we go eat together. It's really like a family thing, so it's a great feeling.
Stevie, this Montreal backfield, it seems like every other week there's a different guy who's taking the reins and being the star of the show. What's it like to be a part of a group like that where guys are cycling in and out and everybody seems to have their moment?
To be honest, it's great to be in a backfield with a group of guys that's, you know, all good and all good at their craft. So that makes the competition and one another for us to go hard, you know. So just having that competition within the room, which we all have great backs, is just and makes us want to go even harder whenever we get that chance and that opportunity to go on the field and just perform to our best ability. We know at the end of the day, we always got each other back. We're going to be a great teammate to each other. And it's just, you know, whoever names get called, whoever number gets called, it's guaranteed, and the trust in our team that they're going to go out there and make a play. And then whenever the next guy has to come in, it's also the same standards.
What have you seen from Travis Tice this year and him embracing his role in that rotation?
Man, Travis is just a humble guy. You know, Travis comes to work every day with a smile on his face. He loves football, and we learn from each other. You know, I watch Travis run the ball, his run style, and he watches me do the same thing. And I just feel like we feed off each other with the chemistry and our just being fired up, because we run the ball very hard, and that's something that we take into consideration. You know, we watch film together, we talk about, you know, little things that can help better our games, and, you know, having Travis here is like, it's a good feeling, you know, because he's another guy that could come in the field and you know, just create plays, be a playmaker on the field, and, you know, do anything to get us a win.
So, hi Stevie.
Hey.
Davis told me a week ago that like you felt your coming out party came against Saskatchewan during the summer. So I just wanted to know, is there something you can take from that game going into Sunday?
To be honest, just stay true to myself. You know, play my type of game. Don't really let the past, you know, take care of the present. I just feel like I got to live in the moment and then in the present. And, you know, I'll go back to watch that film and see what I did right and what I did wrong, and still try to play to my best ability. Because at the end of the day, you know, that was in the past. I'm pretty sure they'll have a different game plan coming into this week. So I just gotta, you know, stay true to myself and the game plan, running behind my blocks, following the system, and let the game come to me. And don't really force anything. And I feel like the rest will take care of itself.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys.